We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, stifle dissent, cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
All right. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is May 11th, 2026. Excuse me. As far as updates, just drinking some coffee. I haven't podcasted in a couple days. Just been at work. Picked up a shift on my day off. Trying to make some extra money. Still don't have a car, which sucks, but honestly, what's keeping me from getting a car, it's not the money, it's just me and Sammy getting a day off together to go car shop and all that shit. But yeah, just been working. I could have podcasted the other night, I just didn't end up doing it. Yesterday, I just ended up crashing. Time flew by. I try to put out as much as I can. But mentally, physically, I'm fine. I've just been working a lot. So that's what's been going on. That's why I haven't been here. I got a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the link below. If you want to donate to the channel, it helps pay for pens, papers, notebooks. Helps me buy a new car. I will send you a bumper sticker. These are durable as hell. My wife has one on her coffee mug. The thing has been washed 1 billion times and it's still holding up. And you will also get a Conspiracy Corner bookmark. I will sign the back of it unless you don't want me to. Who knows? I might be famous one day. It might be worth something. But yeah, you can donate at buymeacoffee.com in the links below. So, let's get on with the story. This is actually, so I dug around and I looked. It's a little bit of older news, but it ties in with disclosure. Can't remember who I was watching. I don't know. I don't remember who I was watching, but somebody was mentioning that police chiefs are handing out handbooks to their officers about UFOs, UAP'S, all that shit. And actually, hang on, let me turn this fan off. Alright, hopefully the audio, it didn't ruin it, but if anything, I didn't get too far into it, so should be fine. I don't know. Can you hear me now? Police chiefs. Apparently, this was 2 years ago, what this person was referring to, but I still think it ties in with disclosure, especially at a government level, for local police departments to already be like, hey, we need to make a handbook for officers for UFOs, UAPs, how to deal with them, how to deal with sightings of them if they see them, how to deal with them if they get calls that someone else has seen them. And this was right after the Las Vegas UFO. I did look into it. I never ended up reporting on it. A cop actually did see the UFO. I think he even caught it on film, like on dash cam. Someone had reported that there was aliens in their backyard in Las Vegas. Whole thing was weird. But yeah, for a government agency to be handing out UFO handbooks to local law enforcement, to me that's definitely them trying to put in the zeitgeist UFOs and UAPs. I personally think this whole alien disclosure thing is a distraction from the Epstein files. I'm not going to shut up about the Epstein files. By the way, I checked the other day just out of curiosity. I was going through my channel, just kind of cleaning it up a little bit and organizing it because I like to organize in my playlist and shit. The Epstein playlist is the largest playlist that I have created so far on my channel. It's like, I think it was like 34 episodes we've done on Epstein, and there's still a ton more. We've barely picked the surface of it. But yeah, I mean, they haven't released all the files. To me, that's the most important thing. Like, it drives me nuts. I have actually come across people who literally say that the Epstein files are a distraction. I'm like, how it almost pisses me off. It's like, first of all, how you are like a disgusting person. To me, the most important conspiracy that's going on right now that we should be focusing on is that the elites are trafficking children, having sex with them, and eating them. Cannibalism. That's the most important thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love covering UFOs and aliens. I've covered it for years on this channel. It's fun, it's interesting, but that's not the most important thing. Everyone's focusing on these alien files right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with checking it out. I've checked it out, I've covered it, but I personally think they're trying to distract us from the Epstein files. But I did want to cover this. I found this interesting. So, UFO sightings, police chief's group releases guidebook offering strategies for police department response. The guidebook aims to normalize UAP and UFO sightings so officers know how to respond to their reports, and their reports are taken seriously. So you see that right there. The guidebook aims to normalize UAP and UFO sightings. Literally what I just said. It is putting it into the zeitgeist. It is normalizing it. It is getting you... It's putting it into the zeitgeist, you know? For disclosure. And they've been... they have been planning a fake alien invasion forever. Go back to War of the Worlds, when they played War of the Worlds on live radio with Orson Welles. I always thought that was weird too. The book is written by H.G. Wells, and Orson Welles did the audio for it. Are those two Wells connected? Does anyone else find that weird? And no one ever mentions it, and I'm like, that's so strange. And like tons of people freaked out. People were shooting water towers with shotguns. People went nuts. They thought it was real. And that was just radio. And then you have Wernher von Braun's secretary, who came out and said Wernher von Braun on his deathbed said there's going to be 3 things. It was an asteroid scare, which they do that all the fucking time. How many times have we heard on this channel, Apophis is coming, it's gonna kill us all, you know? Wormwood, I mean, that's already in the Bible, wormwood. What is it, fucking Armageddon, the movie Armageddon, I think that was pure propaganda, NASA propaganda, getting us to fear an asteroid, and like, hey, if there was an asteroid, this is what we would do to it. By the way, I think it's a good movie. It is a cool movie. I love Aerosmith, you know. I love Liv Tyler. She's beautiful. Love Bruce Willis, you know. It's a cool movie, but it's propaganda. But Wernher von Braun said it would be an asteroid scare. I think he said World War III, and then he said a fake alien invasion would be the final card. And I'm telling you, I still think it's on the table, Project Bluebeam. I think the only way they're going to get people to fall into this whole alien shit is Bluebeam, because they literally disclosed alien files, and I think there's more to come. What was it, 2 days ago? No one gives a fuck. Everyone's just like, yeah, I don't care. And I don't blame them. I mean, most people, for one, they already knew that UFO exist. They already believe in aliens. They don't need the government to tell them. You know what I mean? And I kind of see that whole mindset of like, because I even said this years ago. I covered my thoughts on alien disclosure. I can't find that episode because I was gonna save it in the disclosure playlist, but I've already said this. Everyone was talking about disclosure. We need alien disclosure, and I just wanted to do an episode on it, just talking about my thoughts on it. And I'm like, I have seen UFO. I know they exist. First of all, I love my nation, but I hate my government. I don't trust the government as far as I could throw them. Second off, I don't need daddy government to tell me what I seen was real. I know in my heart of hearts it was real. So let's see this little clip that they got here. It'll play.
Well, law enforcement agencies across America are taking notice of UFOs, and now they want a way to track them. Major Cities Chief Association, I should say, is a forum for police executives. They say UAP'S and UFOs pose a national security threat, and it's the responsibility of police officers to know how to detect, track, and report them. That's why they just sent out an 11-page UAP guide to police departments all over the country. Joining me now, we have Johnny Jennings, police chief for the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Chief Jennings.
By the way, how fucking cool would it be to get your hands on one of those guides? I ain't gonna lie, I might kind of look on eBay or something, see if anyone's selling any. I used to have a neighbor who was a cop next door, but I moved. I would have loved to have been like, yo, get me a hold of one of those fucking guides. I want to see what it says. I don't know, just out of curiosity, if you have one or you're law enforcement or you know someone who's law enforcement, I would love to see one of those guides. Like, hit them up with my email. I'd love to interview them and see if they could show it off or something and tell us what's in it, you know.
Always good to have you on the show. As you know, unidentified flying objects have gotten way more play in the last year than ever before, but I think a lot of Americans still hear this and say, what? Now, walk us through this handbook.
Yeah, I think it's the same as anybody else. Police officers and police chiefs across the country, they say the same response. What? And but when you look at the entire aspect of what's going on and what has been going on, it's really just an awareness situation to say that, hey, these things are out there. They're happening, whether you believe in what the origin of them are or not. They're happening, and it's important that we are able to report on them.
Yeah, I was wondering what the internal response to this has been. My other question when I heard this story yesterday, I mean, do these encounters happen often enough to where it rises to the occasion of needing a handbook for it? Have you seen one?
Yeah, I haven't personally seen one, and we haven't, we don't have a great deal of reporting of any unidentified anomalous phenomenon here in Charlotte. However, they do happen in certain parts of the country that, and if they do happen, we just want to make sure that they're reported properly, they're taken seriously. Again, I don't think anybody's in major city chiefs are running around saying that we're being invaded by aliens, but I think that what we're saying is that these things are out there, they're happening. They can be a threat, particularly if you have aircraft in your organization. Charlotte Mecklenburg does have helicopters that we fly, and so we have to make sure that we're safe in the skies as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm also curious, does your department have enough resources to dedicate to UFOs and UAPs?
Well, there's really no resources to dedicate to it. I think what the booklet and handbook that we're talking about is simply that an awareness handbook, and as well as information on, hey, let's take these serious. If your aviation team or if any of your officers do encounter something that's strange out there in the skies or the skies, land, or even in the water, that it's important to report that, and that we start tracking it as best we can, because we just, you don't know until something happens, or you don't know until you know that you have to be safe in the skies as you're flying our aircraft as well, and that's important to make sure that we're tracking these incidents.
Yeah, you don't know until you know. Well, this story certainly caught our eye this week, so we appreciate you taking the time to break it all down. Chief Johnny Jennings, thanks so much, sir. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to .com to find News Nation
So,
on your television
yeah, let me
provider.
pause this real
also,
quick.
don't forget to click that red subscribe button.
It kind of blows my mind a little bit. It cracks me up and it blows my mind, and it shows me how much ufology has changed. So, growing up, my dad was really big into ufology. So I kind of grew up, I mean, he wasn't like obsessed with it, but he was interested in it. Like, he was a big fan of Star Wars, big fan of like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., you know, we grew up watching that stuff. He would listen to Art Bell every now and then, once in a blue moon. And he would talk about aliens. Like, he believed in aliens. So, like, I grew up believing in aliens, you know. Then I kind of went through an atheistic path. Not atheism as far as religion, but atheistic towards the whole ufology thing. And then I seen UFO, and it blew my mind. And from then on, I was just studying ancient astronaut theory, ufology. But I remember, you know, watching these old UFO documentaries on cable TV, or like at my Aunt Fran's, my Uncle Ron would watch alien stuff. And I remember back in the day, like the 90s and early 2000s, it was funny because like the ufology community, if a higher up, like from NASA or the CIA or, you know, some military or police or FBI, so anyone who was government who was talking about it, we looked at that as like, oh, this is a credible source. They're from the government. Now it's funny. I'm like, everyone did like a 180 of like, oh, that dude's ex-CIA. First of all, there's no such thing as ex-CIA. Second off, like, now I definitely don't believe it, you know? It is so interesting how everything has done a 180, and I don't blame it, you know? So this is by Sarah Roebuck, Police One. An organization of police chiefs has issued a guide on unidentified aerial phenomenons. I call them UFO. Hillary Clinton started that shit of, we're going to call them UAP'S now. And it's like, no, this has been our community. The government has gaslit us, literally, actually, because they used to call it swamp gas. The government has gaslit us for how long with the UFOs and shit? It's like, no, it's always been called UFOs and USOs. We're not calling it UAP. I refuse to call it UAP. I like to call it UFO because that's what we named it. Unidentified flying object. I'm not going to change. I'm still going to call it UFO. But there's actually a conspiracy behind that, and a theory that the reason they changed it to UAP is that they wanted it harder for you to find, maybe from FOIA request, back when it was called UFO. People would ask, you know, I want to see all the UAP files, and it's like, okay, sure. You're not going to see any of the UFO files because you specifically requested, through Freedom of Information Act, UAP, you know? So we're just going to show you the newest shit, not the old shit, the good shit, you know? That's one of the theories. Another theory is that it, like, searching online, it would be harder to find older UFO accounts and shit, or older files and shit like that, because you're going to be typing in UAP and not thinking about it, you know? They want to train you to call it UAP, so that way when you're researching, you type in UAP and you can't find anything UFO. You find exactly what they're giving you. And they've done that with lots of things. So, like, the theory is, Clockwork Orange. Theory is they named the book Clockwork Orange. Clockwork Orange was an actual fucking MI6 project, kind of like MK Ultra. A lot of people don't know this shit. So they're putting it in the zeitgeist of Clockwork Orange. When I say Clockwork Orange, first thing you think of is the movie and the book. Disney Frozen. If you Google Disney Frozen, let's say you're looking for Disney's Frozen head, Walt Disney's Frozen head, that conspiracy theory. The only thing that's going to pop up is Frozen the movie. A lot of people think that Taylor Swift started dating that guy from the New York Jets because she said something about the environment. This was like a couple years ago, and someone had pointed out that she flies to every show in her private jet. So people came up with this theory that they made her date a guy from the Jets. So when you type in Taylor Swift, private jet, fucking, their stupid romance pops up. It makes sense. It's smart as fuck if you think about it. Kanye West, I know he's a maniac, blah, blah, blah. I like him. I think he's cool. Do I think he's mentally ill? Probably. Yeah, definitely. But I'm mentally ill, so I'm not judging. But anyways, he said that that's why they made the movie Black Panther. Is that they don't want people researching the actual Black Panthers, the group, civil rights group. So every time you type in Black Panther, the stupid movie pops up. It's smart. There's a name for it. I can't remember the name. If you know what it's called, hit me up in the comments below. But they do it all the fucking time. And it's smart as fuck. It's like muddying the waters. So Major Cities Chiefs Association, a professional organization of police executives representing the largest cities in the United States and Canada, released an 11-page UAP reference guide to outline procedures for managing these unusual encounters. I want to get this fucking 11-page guide. Because how cool would it be to do an episode on it, you know? The guide, which was distributed to law enforcement agencies nationwide, claims to normalize UAP and UFO sightings, ensuring that if an officer encounters something unusual, they know how to respond and their report is taken seriously by their command. Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Chief Johnny Jennings told News Nation, "Man, when I worked at Clark's, I was super tight with this one cop. Almost want to go up to the police station and it wouldn't hurt, you know, and just see if I could get my hands on one, dude. Like, tell him the situation of, hey, I got a channel, I cover UFO stuff, and I heard about this. Is there any way that I can get one? I know it sounds crazy, but you know what I mean? I'm not even joking. Like, I want this fucking document. They are happening. Whether you believe in what the origin of them is or not, they are happening. And it is important that we are able to report, Jennings told News Nation. I agree. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I've had 2 UFO encounters. Yeah. It was fucking terrifying. And it's crazy. It was crazy, man. Fireball UFOs. I've covered it on this channel several times. You'll have I don't remember which episode it was, but you'll have to check it out. I think it was My First Live Stream was the title of the episode. Check it out. I cover my demonic experience. I cover my UFO experience. I've had people, whenever I have live streamed, be like, tell us the UFO story, you know? It's kind of become a little famous on this channel. Jennings noted his department, like most across the nation, lacks dedicated resources for UAPs and UFOs. However, police leaders hope the handbook can serve as a guide and raise awareness within U.S. departments. I wonder, too, hang on, I just thought of something, and I'll tell you in a second. I wonder, too, if they actually have, like, because, you know, when you go to the police department, they have pamphlets for all sorts of government shit. It'll be like a WIC pamphlet, CPS pamphlet, a BIP pamphlet. They have all these different pamphlets. I wonder if they actually have at any of these police departments, like, a UFO pamphlet of, like, hey, this is what you do if you see one. Here's the number for MUFON. Here's the number for Arrow. don't call in on the emergency line, call the front desk, we'll have someone talk to you, blah, blah, blah. Here's what to do if you want to make a report. I wonder if they have anything like that. And what I just wrote down was, I seen this video the other day, I kid you not. Somebody was in like the food stamps office or WIC or something. It was some government office. And they had zombie preparedness pamphlets. I'm not even fucking joking. He was filming it and everything. It was real. It was legit. It looked like it. I'm going to see if I can find anything on it. Because we did. It just reminded me of it. We did a whole episode on some government website put out a zombie preparedness thing of what to do during a zombie apocalypse. We did an entire episode on it. And this was back when COVID was going on. I had this theory, along with a lot of other people, that the thing would cause people to turn into like zombies. I'm not joking. I mean, it's not my best. It's not my proudest moments, but it was a genuine concern of mine. So I did like several episodes on zombie shit. You could go check that era out of my podcasting. Like I said, it's not one of my proudest moments. I'm not perfect. I was a Q-tard at one point. I was putting out zombie shot shit, Yeah, I've went through a couple phases that I'm not too proud of on this channel. But anyways, UAP and UFO sightings are reported throughout the country. On May 2023, like I said, this is a little older, but I just heard about it. And it's in the zeitgeist right now. So, a Las Vegas family called 911 claiming to have seen a UFO crash and described what they believed to be aliens standing in their backyard. Do you all remember that case? I remember it. It was fucking crazy. I wanted to cover it, but I think we just had more important shit. That, and I was very skeptical of it. I don't know. I didn't end up reporting on it. Maybe we'll do a whole episode on it. Just for shits and giggles. A conspiracy classic episode. A responding officer said he was looking into the family's claims because another officer saw something in the sky that matched the family's description just 8 minutes prior to the 911 call. That whole thing was fucking crazy. So, it does have on the bottom of this, actually, survey. Have you seen a UFO or UAP? I did click on yes. Let's see. It actually shows the statistics. Let's see. Here's the stats, though. Thought this was interesting. So I clicked yes because I have seen a UFO. 57% of people, 202 people said yes. 30% said no. 13%, so 45 said unsure. Which technically, that doesn't even make sense, the unsure, because unidentified flying object literally means of you're unsure of what you just saw. That's the whole point. So those are technically yes. So 13 plus 57, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 70% of people have seen UFO. We're going to just wrap the unsure in with yes. 70% of people have seen UFO. We all know it's fucking real, dude. And that kind of ties in with what I was saying about people already know. Like, this whole disclosure thing, I believe, is a distraction from the Epstein files. In my opinion. There's nothing wrong with checking it out. I do think it's important to talk about it because I think they're going to use this to try to pull off Bluebeam, a fake alien invasion. So it is important to some degree. Plus, it's just interesting, man. It's just fun. It's fun to report on shit like this. I ain't gonna lie, I like taking a break from darkness and heavy shit to report on fun shit every now and then. But I don't know, have you guys seen UFO? Or if you have, hit me up in the comments. And if you would like to do an interview, I try to set up interviews all the time, and just people I think are too scared to do interviews. I'm not sure what the deal is on that. I'm pretty sure my Zoom has not been canceled. I think I still have it going on, so I need to cancel it because it's like $20 a month, and I never get enough interviews, so there's no point in me having it up. I don't know. Let me know, though, in the comments if you've seen UFO and you would like to talk about it. I would love to interview you. But I'm going to wrap it up there. Let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. Please like, share, and subscribe, and you all have a good day.